The trials continue. Lawsuits around Ripple do not subside. Lawsuits come from all sides, and it is unknown when it will end. Do you think Ripple will be able to fend off all attacks? What will be the outcome of the courts? We will answer all these questions in today's video. Investors who contend that XRP is a security filed a class action lawsuit against Ripple 4 years ago, and it is ready to proceed. On Wednesday, the parties in the Zakhanov v. Ripple action will be heard in a hearing in a California federal court. According to Crypto Law, a regulatory news website for digital assets, which supplied the update, only 500 members of the public should be permitted online access to the proceedings, according to the website. In accordance with the statement, the hearing is for oral arguments on the question of certifying the class of XRP holders suing Ripple. Vale Zakhanov, a plaintiff, and 2 other people filed a lawsuit in 2019 against Ripple and Brad Garlinghouse, the company's CEO via investor Bradley Sostak, the primary plaintiff in the aggregated complaint. Vladdy Zakhanov sued the defendants in January 2018 after incurring a sizable loss from the sale of XRP, alleging that XRP is an unregistered securities. Additionally, the plaintiff attempted to convert the dispute into a class action lawsuit that would typically include all individuals or organizations who bought XRP. The defendants argued, however, that XRP is not a security and asked the court to reject the claim. According to Crypto Law's notice, the hearing today will include oral arguments on the issue of certifying the class of XRP holders who are suing Ripple. The plaintiff, Bradley Sostak, who owned XRP for 2 weeks, is asking to be led plaintiff in the class and is asking to represent all XRP holders who either owned it and sold it at a loss or own it today, according to a statement from Crypto Law. While his request has not yet received a decision, John Deaton, who had earlier submitted an amicus brief on behalf of 75 XRP investors in the dispute, said he expects to monitor the proceedings. However, the public is still interested in the outcome of the company's concurrent legal dispute with the SEC while Ripple fights the issue out in court. Now that the majority of the briefs have been completed, it is anticipated that Judge Analysa Torres will issue a summary judgment shortly. Investors are increasingly faced with choices between selling their interests and waiting for the outcome as a result of the continuing legal disputes. Nevertheless, most analysts feel that Ripple might succeed, assisting XRP to break new ground, given the SEC's apparent assault on the cryptocurrency industry despite the absence of adequate laws. Ripple v's Security and Exchange Commission, SEC, is set to be resolved shortly, but the ongoing delays are placing a pressure on Ripple. Investors are losing faith, and the consequences may be seen on chain as well as in Twitter rumors. Rumors of a covert meeting between Ripple and the regulatory authority started to circulate on Twitter earlier today. The first accusations came from a Twitter account named Blockchain Daily, which stated, not long after the tweet, pro-XRP lawyer John Deaton rejected the reports as apparently false. The SEC lawyers and Ripple lawyers could meet whenever they want, he continued. I doubt they'd choose a date a week from now and then release it. Following these comments, Blockchain Daily agreed with Deaton, stating that the story made sense and that the page did not make it up. Given the continuous delays in the summary judgment, it is unclear if the scenario is true. Some on social media have speculated that the regulatory body obtained the summary judgment, which is expected on May 6, and discovered they were losing and resorted to settling instead. According to the article, the final judgment would be made by Judge Torres in April. However, as John Deaton stated last month, we are about 5 weeks since she delivered the Dubert ruling, and the summary judgment could come out any time now. May 6 would be the 60-day threshold after which the judgment might be rendered. This might have a significant influence for Ripple and XRP, both of which are presently struggling. A new U.S. Supreme Court case might have a huge influence on the cryptocurrency market's future, as the sector deals with an increasingly stringent regulatory environment in the U.S. In this perspective, a change in the regulatory power structure in the United States might have a significant influence on current legal battles like as the XRP, SEC litigation, and the grayscale spot Bitcoin ETF. The latest Supreme Court case is about overturning an existing precedent that provides agencies rule, making authority. Beginning in October 2023, the U.S. Supreme Court will hear a case that may possibly overturn a rule that allowed agencies such as the SEC to define their own powers. The plan is to create new operating rules for government institutions, especially financial watchdogs. As a result, if the SEC's authority to determine whether cryptocurrencies are securities is limited, the current Supreme Court appeal might be a game changer for the U.S. crypto sector. Already, the XRP community was banking on a favorable conclusion in the ongoing summary judgment in SEC action. In December 2020, the SEC filed a complaint against Ripple Labs, claiming that Ripple and its officials issued unregistered securities in the form of XRP coins. According to the SEC, Ripple generated $1.03 billion in unregistered sales of XRP, the third largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization. Ripple has refuted the charges, claiming that XRP is a digital currency, claiming that CRI is a digital currency comparable to Bitcoin and Ethereum, rather than a security. In a recent quarterly report, Ripple indicated that the SEC had failed to persuade the court to furnish it with internal Ripple papers. The papers in issue are said to be connected to Ripple's legal guidance on whether or not XRP is a security. According to Ripple, the records will demonstrate that the business behaved in good faith and did not intend to break securities laws. Ripple also projected that the case's summary ruling would be given in 2023. A summary judgment is a legal judgment delivered by a judge prior to the trial of a matter. The summary judgment in this case would decide whether XRP is a security or not. If the court decides in Ripple's favor, the lawsuit will be dismissed. If the court decides in the SEC's favor, the matter will go to trial. If Ripple's statements are genuine, it might lead to a positive conclusion for the firm. The materials in issue may give proof that Ripple behaved in good faith and did not break securities laws on purpose. Furthermore, if the judge rules in Ripple's favor in the summary judgment, it would be a significant victory for the cryptocurrency industry as a whole. It would set legal precedent that XRP is not a securities, perhaps leading to further cryptocurrency acceptance. It is vital to remember that the case's conclusion is yet unknown. In summary judgment, the judge could rule in favor of the SEC, or the case could go to trial. Even if the court decides in Ripple's favor, the SEC may still appeal the ruling. The legal struggle between Ripple and the SEC is expected to go on for some time, and the final decision is unknown.